there's a bloke called it's Creg, not Creg. It's on TikTok, and he does a review. He does Monster.
Craig, not Craig.
Something like that.
Is that his actual name? Craig, not Craig. Craig, not Craig.
Something like that. Yeah, he's Welsh geezer.
It's amusing.
But he does all the things. But then he mixes Monster with all different things. People say, well, mix it with this, like paprika, or he does a lot of mixings, and he regrets some of them. Trust me. But he does a taste testing. He rates them out of 10, and he's got a big following. But he was doing a thing for Tesco's. Like he worked for retail. He was taking like.
It doesn't take much to get a big following.
And Tesco
can't do it.
And Tesco went after him because he had the Tesco uniform. So he put it Tesco with a K, not a C.
He should have called it, if he was taste testing.
Yeah.
Should have called it Testco.
Oh, yeah. Oh no, that's a different thing. He's doing taste testing. Then he has his other thing he does about all the things that happen in retail. Are you right there playing here? All the retail things. So basically, he'd be like, when a customer goes, "Oh, where's this?" and you'd have to go watch it to understand. It's actually quite funny.
Oh well, I mean, yeah, I'm sure it is. I'll have a look. I can make him float around. I could do. Now I've worked out how to do it. I could have a little version of him here.
Can you?
Did you not watch any of our episodes?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I saw the little thing. I know that. I thought you meant more of an improved version.
It's good that you've got a story about that time you shit yourself.
Shit my pants.
Halle Berry's first naked film or something like that. It's really weird. Why is there a tear? I mean, she could say she's leaving me tomorrow and I probably wouldn't cry.
Oh?
Yeah.
Where'd you get that easy home thing from? Yeah, alright.
Not too many.
No. I haven't had an order from there for a while now. Got lots of stuff in my basket.
Put it on your wish list on TikTok. Get all those lovely boys that watch you to buy your stuff.
What boys?
I don't know. To follow you. Hello children, welcome back to episode 7.
Hello peeps, welcome back. Welcome back.
New Can of Monster. Take 17. Take 16.
Hello peeps, welcome back to episode
7. No, we're not doing episode 6, are we? We're doing welcome back to the show.
Oh right, you just said episode 6.
Fuck's sake.
You just said episode 6.
Try again.
How about you read
3, 2. Alright.
Hang on.
Episode.
Right.
Take 17.
Hello peeps, welcome back to the show.
What's this arm shit about?
I don't know, I got to put my arms in. I fidget, don't I? I always fidget.
Look natural. Say it from your chest.
Okay.
Say it from your protruding diaphragm.
Hello.
Breathe. They call it forced breathing in martial arts.
Yeah.
Take 267. Go.
Hello peeps, welcome back to the show.
Do all this stuff off camera. Gotta have a clear nose.
It's just on
Don't
camera.
Don't want all that stuff on the show, do we?
Save it for later.
Save it for later. Hopefully, we look a bit better this time. Not us specifically, but the light. Last episode, I obviously forgot to turn on the blinders here, because we looked a bit dark in the close-ups.
But they're not on.
I can't remember. I thought I set up everything as I did it the time before that when I thought it was good. But when I went to do all the close-ups, we looked really dark. So I guess we weren't lit. Hopefully, we're lit this time. Won't know until after this one. And obviously this will be my data set to say that was what was wrong.
Yeah.
And this is what it is now, because I don't really know. I'm still guessing. A little bit, learning. It looked alright when it was testing and setting up. My Viking brew. It's a sad day. Do you know why it's a sad day?
Why?
This can here
Yep.
is the last of my mountain of 178 cans or whatever that I ordered 10 months ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the last of my home stock.
What is the mule one?
Ginger.
Okay.
So it's flavoured like a Moscow mule.
Yeah.
Which would be ginger.
Ginger.
A ginger ale and vodka, basically, is what a Moscow mule is.
Okay.
So this is the mule, which is ginger flavoured. 0 sugar. Star.
Mine is the Aussie lemonade.
Gash. Just so much sugar.
So what's in yours then?
0 sugar.
Was it 0 one?
It is a 0 one, yeah. It's partly why I drink it.
What's the point?
Because it tastes nice. It's not full of... It doesn't taste like bubblegum wrapped in candy floss, wrapped in
This just tastes like
juicy fruit.
old school lemonade.
It's boring.
Why is it boring?
No, that's just had a bit of water in it.
How does that do that?
It's not meant to, but it's obviously... They're not super high quality items, and the bit of spot glue that was holding it in just came undone after about 2 uses when I had it. I now find it quite handy, though, because it means I can wash the drinking part of it without getting the pretty part wet.
Just don't put it up too much.
Well, I don't tend to drink my coffee like that anyway. Sometimes we all get...
I'm not too sure on that.
It's fine, you don't have to drink it, it's mine. Sometimes I drink it like this.
You could go through the flavours or something, but you don't need the 0 sugar ones, don't you?
I know most of the flavours, and it all generally tastes like I described earlier. Bubblegum wrapped in candy floss, wrapped in fake pineapple flavouring. Horrible, like, it's so sweet.
That's...
When it first came out, when Monster used to be around, he's always been around. When it came out first of all, was the green M only. I was an avid Relentless fan.
Yeah, I know, I remember.
I'd only drink Relentless. I loved it. I loved the decoration, the design, everything like that. And after a while, they all got a bit sweet for me. And then I went away from energy drinks for a long time. And then this one came out, and I really enjoyed the taste of it, so much so that I actually have started drinking just ginger and soda water because I like the flavour more than I don't really need the caffeine.
Didn't you stop the energy drinks? Didn't you have to stop the energy drinks?
No, I never had to stop any energy drinks. I've always chosen...
I think you were drinking way too many at one point.
I mean, I drink way too many for what people decide is too many, but I never had the real adverse effects on my body. I knew it was affecting my sleep and stuff like that, just because I've learnt about things, but there was no medical reason for me to slow down.
No, I thought you just had to stop because I was saying, I don't know.
Nah, I've just chosen personally to cut back on them. But now I like these ones that taste so much. So and they don't sell them in the shops anymore. I think after COVID, they stopped producing some of the least popular flavours, or the lesser popular flavours, because I couldn't find it anywhere. And I looked up, have they stopped producing Monster Mule?
Yeah. And
it said, no, they've just put it on the back burner whilst they're catching up on the demand of all the other flavours.
Because there's a bloke on
So I ordered it offline from the internet, and I found a place that was selling it for like $6.50 a case of 12 or something. So I ordered 10, and then I got an order through the next day saying that shipment wasn't available. So I ordered it from somewhere else, and then both the orders turned up.
Oh really?
So
wow.
I did a little video of my monster mountain. Anyway, that's the last can. I know what I'm doing now. So I know where to go, where to find it. It's not like last time I stumbled across the feature.
And may I add with the jug thing, you mugged me off a little bit.
Well, of course I did.
You were like,
Yes, funny as fuck.
the way you were, but the jugs you used and
Were normal jugs.
No, they weren't. There's a little dub. I've never seen a jug like that in my life.
Literally, they're like £1 in any supermarket.
There's a big little wide thing that would.
Yeah, they're
it
just
wouldn't
jugs.
work. I was talking about the plastic jug.
You're talking about the one specific type of cheap jug that's got a little ridge in the handle.
Yep.
The ridge in the handle that is for structural.
That's what I was referring to, yeah.
Yeah, and I even watched the video of the guy doing it. Look, life has mugged you off because, as I demonstrated quite clearly in my video, it's easy to pour it out of any angle of the jug. The handle just happens to be something that he was like, oh yeah, did you know? Anyway, you mugged yourself off by not proving me wrong. You didn't do a video of it
Yeah, I know. I
working.
didn't do the video. I know.
That's what I said. You find one side of the argument. I will find the others, and I will be completely fair in the description. I will show both sides of it, and there we go. But you got to understand, if it's funny, I'm going to mug you off, and if it's funny, I will mug me off too. It's not like I'm just mugging you off all the time.
No.
I will take the piss out of myself, probably more than I will readily take the piss out of you, because I know I can handle it.
I can't handle it.
I can. I'm not going to get upset if I take the piss out of me.
Yeah, well, take the piss out yourself. You could get upset with yourself.
I did it again. Why am I so mean on myself? No, Dan.
Not talking to you for a day now. What?
Okay.
Cool.
Cool.
All right. Ready?
Got to look presentable. I'm a fucking person, not a slouch. Fucking Scroty McScroterson. Got a note about a Scroty McScroterson.
Definitely gonna look at getting another chair because these chairs do mine now.
Mate, stop whinging. Do you want that chair? The blue one with no arms on it.
No, I need something of arms.
She's like fucking Pearl from Blade.
That's a dickhead. Because I'd stop fidgeting. I got something to
do that.
I can't do that. That just makes me. This just reminds me.
And tonight.
This just reminds me of how I have to sit if I got bad asthma. I have to sit with the chest out and just sit like that. And you allows your breathing to go through. Yeah.
All right. Well, you should probably sit like that anyway. It's good for you.
Yeah, no, but I
posture. Mexican omelette.
I'm hungry. Right.
Okay, so you recently watched a film.
Yep, Meg 2.
I don't feel like it's current trending topics, but carry on.
Oh, it's only recently come out, hasn't it?
Has it? I'm sure there's a Meg 4.
No. It's only it's come out like.
Or am I thinking of Sharknado? Is that why?
I think yeah. No, Meg 2's been out about a month, probably tops.
It's still got cheesy Statham in it, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, have you seen have you seen the first one?
Oh, no, I haven't seen any of them.
Oh, right, okay, well,
I'm pretty sure I just thought they were like Megalodon 17.
No. So the first Meg, obviously, they go down to the Mariana Trench.
Obviously,
they go for a thermal cloud at the bottom of the trench.
Did someone fart?
Oh, fuck's sake.
Like you.
And they go down there, and he said they were down there years ago, and he had to leave men behind. What?
Just carry on.
All right. So this is the first one they went down. They found a megalodon. Well, actually, they found 2, and they got rid of them, obviously.
So what you're doing right now is you're telling me the storyline of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a review.
All right.
A review would be like.
Yeah, but you don't know what the hell. You don't know what the film's about.
I
was just trying to give you a little snippet into what it's about.
Well,
they're in the Mariana Trench, basically, right? Find a big fucking shark. It get out, they blow it up.
Well, now you've told me the whole story and I don't need to watch the film.
That's the first one. The second one, I've just watched the second one.
So the second one's going to be like...
It's a bit more
guy
cheesy.
Doing this thing and they
I'm
want to
not
look
going
for
to
this thing and
so
what happened.
So Meg 2,
yeah.
Right? So basically, it's that megalodons exist. And obviously...
Join us for review school.
Yes. It's a bit more cheesy. A little bit cheesy.
In what respect?
In respect of...
A lot of one-liner jokes, little bad dad jokes.
It's...
Slapstick, someone pies someone else in the face. I don't know how that would work underwater.
I don't know, it's just... There's some sort of prehistoric creature that's in it as well, and there's a big octopus, the typical... it's a megalodon.
I'm going to have a fucking little megalodon.
Yes, but yeah, there is bits that make you laugh in it, so they have gone the little cheesy way a bit. But I liked it, I think there will definitely be a Meg 3.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
So a review would consist of, I thought there was a good intro where it kept me on my toes. They had like some of the characters started off in one was a bit dumb, one was a bit shallow. There was good character development where he learned the benefits of becoming a hero towards the end. I thought the lighting was really good. The CGI was high quality. I thought that was a real shark looking at it, not like a bad CGI. That's a review when you talk about the aspects of the film.
Okay.
Like.
Okay,
The
so there's
continuity was really good. Like the shark
there
was
was
the
some
same colour from one scene to the next scene. The octopus always had 8 limbs. Well, except when he had 9 limbs, that was bad continuity.
when they didn't have 9 limbs. But
Well, that's
there,
the
there
point.
was
The
some
CGI
unrealistic.
was really bad.
There was a bit. You'd have to look. There's some bits I don't know if they're unrealistic or like there's a
Or a
bit.
giant shark and a giant octopus.
Well, no, I mean, we get onto they do exist, like giant sharks and giant octopuses, but
Not to the size of ships.
we don't know. There's been spottings.
No, they haven't.
There has been.
They've documented the largest animals in the world.
No, they haven't.
Yeah, they have.
Oh god.
All right. Okay.
Anyways, there's a part where they're obviously right at the bottom of the trench within the station, and Jason Statham has to go outside the
Who?
compression. Jason Statham.
All right.
All right. Is that his name? Is that how you say it?
His name.
His name?
Yes, his name.
Why are they going? Why are you
Just-
correcting me? Why?
I'm not correcting you, but you went Jism.
Jason Statham.
It's like Jism, stay hard.
Right.
Jason
Statham. Jason Statham. Okay.
What?
And he has to go out the compression thing outside into the water to go round to release the door. And they're saying, well, you would get crushed in that pressure. But they're saying you don't.
Why
Well,
would you get crushed?
well, because you're 3,000 meters down, however long it is down.
So
They're saying if you empty your if you push out through your sinuses,
yeah,
apparently that stops the pressure.
you equalise. Yeah.
Okay.
So the reason why pressure at that depth crushes like tanks is because there's air inside. So it's pushing. The water pressure wants to get into that space.
Yeah.
So with a human, you've got very little spaces of you
Yeah.
that have air trapped. Okay?
Yeah.
So somewhere in your ear canal and around there, air. So when you go down, as the pressure increases, the air inside you gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller.
Yeah.
So you know the bends.
Yeah.
So when divers come up too quickly,
Yeah.
the
Because
air inside them basically
Fizzes.
expands.
Yeah.
As they come up, the air expands with the pressure getting less and less and less.
Cause your blood to fizz, doesn't it?
No, just something to do with the air expanding and
Yeah, it's called the fizz.
poison. Yes.
It makes your blood bubble.
Oh, not really, but we'll look into it later.
Okay.
Anyway, so when you go down, and they go below that, what you're doing is you're taking as you're going lower, the air's getting smaller and smaller and smaller.
Yeah.
And what that's doing is creating a vacuum, as far as I understand it, and it's sucking all of your shit inwards. So when you're taking the air from your lungs, and you're pushing it, so the air is now filling up the space again.
Yeah.
So you're equalising that space in there, and obviously you're getting the air from the tank that you're breathing.
Yeah.
So the tank, or whatever.
Yeah, but he didn't have a tank.
No, but so what we would have, he would have, because your lungs, they get bigger and smaller. They don't need to be kept as equal.
Yeah.
So when you go outside into that pressure, he'd go push the air, a little bit of the air from his lungs into his ears. That would equalise. He'd have enough air so that his lungs would go a little bit. They wouldn't go like sucked flat, because they still got a bit of air in there. So yeah, you can go into, I believe, any depth of water and equalise. Obviously, he needs some oxygen at some point.
Well, it was literally like 30 seconds. He said he'd pass out after because of the immense pressure. So he goes out, does the thing what he needs to do, and then as he gets in, the water obviously just goes in.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you'd pass out the rest of your body. I don't know if the rest of the body really suffers from the immense pressure. We'd have to Google it quickly. But obviously, all my phones are, looking at us right now.
I mean, I can.
You can Google it.
Yeah.
So what would happen to the human body at 3,000 meters underwater or something? Because you suffer pressure problems a few meters down.
Yeah.
So when people dive meters, hundreds of meters down.
Yeah, but they haven't gone that far.
They're saying, they haven't gone thousands of meters.
They're saying, look, since your body's internal pressure is so much less than the ambient pressure, your lungs would not have the strength to push back against the water pressure. At a deep enough level, the lungs would collapse and completely killing you instantly.
Yeah, I guess it's probably real.
They're saying with specialised equipment such as scuba gear, oxygen tanks, and with specialised equipment such as scuba gear and oxygen tanks, a human can dive to depths of over 1,000 feet. However, diving to such depths requires intense training and experience, and the risk of decompression sickness and other diving-related injuries increase significantly. But they're saying, so the depth of the Titanic, many human lungs would collapse, unable to move against the pressure.
I don't know what that depth is before you start comparing it to 3,000 meters. I don't even know what the deepest point of the sea is.
It's the Mariana Trench. Mariana Trench.
Is it? You Google that, or do you get it from the film?
No, I know that because of James Cameron going down there. He's done a whole documentary going down. It's the
How
deepest,
deep is it?
deepest part of the ocean. It's about 36,201 feet.
So 10,000. So about 10 kilometers.
It's 11,000 meters.
Yeah, 11 kilometers.
There was some way back when the two men went down there. James Cameron's been down there. I think someone else might have been down there.
Yeah, I'd imagine modern submarines could quite happily trundle down there.
Yeah. No.
Modern submarines.
No.
How did they go down there?
He had a specialised thing.
Sure. So a modern specialised thing would be able to get down there.
I'm not sure.
I'm not saying they have done. I'm just saying they would be able to if they wanted to.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're unlikely to ever be swimming 3,000 metres under the...
No, that's what I'm saying. I was trying to say the film. So he went out and he only had 30 seconds and but he saw blood come out and he was pushing. He's almost like trying to regulate, but I didn't know how. So to me, it seemed a bit it was a bit.
So
unreal.
you didn't know how plausible.
Yeah.
Right.
So
So that's not unrealistic, because unrealistic is like whether it looks real or not.
Yeah. Right, yeah. So yeah, whether it would.
Obviously, the whole film's unrealistic. It's a bit like saying Captain America's unrealistic because there's never going to be superhero sort of things.
What, super soldiers?
Yeah. Oh, fuck off, Captain America. Fine. Superman or Spider-Man. There's not going to be like genetically modified superheroes.
Yeah. Okay.
But they're plausible in the fact that if science could do this thing, they could be a thing.
Yeah.
If science could, they could be real.
Yeah. But then, like it says, so you say about the megalodons, there are more and more sightings and proofs. Like there was a camera down the bottom of the ocean, they caught a shark that would have to be a range of 70 feet from where they measured it. The thing they said is about 70 feet.
I'd have to look up the general size of a great white because I'm not sure that that's much bigger. 70 foot is like 30 metres.
There's not a 30-metre great white.
No, but there will be a 30-metre whale.
Yeah, 30-metre whale, but it wasn't a whale. It was a shark. It had a shark features.
I need my keyboard. I need to get a wireless keyboard.
What, so you can
Just look up biggest great white. What's the biggest shark in the world?
It'd be the whale shark, wouldn't it?
The whale shark. Yeah, all right. Just shark.
Biggest shark in the world. It would say whale shark. The whale shark.
Yeah. How big is he?
He is 46 feet. So when they said they see something in the region, and then it's the basking shark, which we get in our waters, and the great white at 23 feet. This is what I'm saying. So they said that
That's 7 meters. Okay, so yeah, 70 foot would be quite large.
Yeah.
What's the biggest whale?
70 foot.
The biggest
So they did a.
whale.
I got this. Yes, here they go. I will show you that. This is a video.
At least 60 feet long.
It doesn't have to mean that's real.
What?
It doesn't mean it's real because someone's made an image. I can make you look 700 foot tall.
Yeah,
in
I
this
know,
film.
but there was there was a Google Earth picture. They saw it and they compared it to a length of 2 buses. So
They can do anything.
No,
I can compare you to the length of 2 buses.
Yeah, I know.
I
but
will
you're being-
compare you to the length
I
of
know
2
you do.
buses.
But
Stand up here right now,
no.
or lay down on the table, and I will compare you to the length of 2 buses in this episode. At some point, I'm going to compare you to the length of 2 buses.
Okay.
You're not going to get away from it.
Where do you want me to stand?
I mean, at some point in the next weeks to come.
Okay,
Episodes.
all right.
At some point in the episodes,
But
before we get to 1,000
So-
subs.
so as there are enough signs. We've only explored 5% of our oceans.
Hey. There were lots of people that said the Earth was flat.
Yeah.
Mm.
Right.
Right?
Well, how do you know it still ain't? Let's not go down that rabbit hole
We
right
know
now.
it's not.
Let's not go down the rabbit hole right now.
But even, all right, I will go down the rabbit hole very quickly. The fucking flat earthers proved themselves wrong in an experiment trying to prove themselves right.
How's that?
They got this super high powered laser which shone a straight line, yeah?
Yeah.
And they stood miles away, which is about the distance of the horizon, I believe, and they said, if the Earth was round, if we stand at the same point, it will be above us or below us. So we're going to prove that the Earth is flat, and it was fucking above them. So they proved that the Earth was round.
You've just been setting at a higher peak. than
No,
they would.
if you bang it straight forwards, because of the curvature of the Earth, you stand lower.
No, because
So the laser goes
the
across.
but the world would have to be even completely for you to prove that theory.
Exactly.
No. But if the grounds. Listen, if I stand on this
chair,
chair,
the ground goes like this.
yeah.
No. They accounted for all of that in their experiment.
Well, how can they counter for all that?
Well, there's ways to measure your altitude, and your height above sea level.
Okay.
That's what it is. Sea level is like a spirit level for the planet, isn't it?
I guess, yeah.
Anyway, so they shone their laser dot, and this guy stood here, and this guy stood here, except he wasn't here.
Yeah.
He was here. So, fuck.
Yeah,
I'll pull it up. I'll pull
that's
the fucking
that.
video
No, I
up.
don't want to hear. That's a different rabbit. I'm not saying it. Well, I'm not saying it's flat. Before anyone thinks I'm just like going nuts. I think that. But there is. I think there are.
There's plenty of people. I will say this. There's plenty of people see things that aren't real, and they say they see things to get some fame.
Right. Okay. Well, so.
I'm not saying your shark isn't real. I'm just saying
But they prove the giant octopus is real.
How giant? It's not a fucking kraken. It's not like arm over a oil tanker.
How big was it? And I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
It's not the fucking kraken. I think I would have heard about it if there was a kraken in the world. I think everybody would have heard about it.
30 feet. 30 feet.
30 feet what? Tentacle?
A feet across and weighed more than 600 pounds.
Across?
Yeah.
All right. Fine. It's a big octopus.
But did you not hear
so
about?
It's got 5 meter tentacles.
So did you not hear? Well, did you not hear about? Yeah, that's enough to go overboard. But
What the fuck? An oil tanker?
No, not an oil tanker.
500,000 ton
No,
shit.
not an oil tanker. Right, but they did. Did you not hear about the experience down in the Antarctic with it under the ice? They managed to
Well, it wouldn't be in the Antarctic.
go under the ice, Antarctica.
Because Antarctica has got ground.
Yeah, but it was
Arctic
under
is the one that's got no ground.
Antarctica. Is it not Antarctica? I don't know. I have to get it.
All right.
Wherever they found it, I have to get the story up or something.
There might be a bit of water with some ice on top of it, sure. Okay.
But no, they found an underwater lake, didn't they?
Probably. I don't know. I didn't hear about
Yeah,
it.
they did.
But
Yeah,
I believe it's plausible.
Okay, they found an underwater lake, and then they found this sea creature that looked like an octopus, but it had more limbs or something like that, and it literally.
A decapus.
I'll have to look. I'm gonna have to, because this is what I mean by.
I'll bring in some notes to the show with you.
But I didn't think I was going to be talking about the octopus.
Oh, well. When you bring some notes, we can have some structured conversations about things you've researched.
Hang on.
Several minutes later. 400 hours later.
Don't, because I'm trying to. I kind of feel.
Maybe you can bring some notes to the show, and we can do the good thing.
Because I didn't think I'd be talking about this.
Oh, no.
Hang on.
You didn't bring some... What, let's talk about some notes you did bring.
There
Oh, no, I didn't bring any. Oh, no. Fair enough.
I can't find a story.
I've got a very blast from my past for a person who might come and do an interview.
Right, my phone looked this. It was saying.
Speak clearly and into the microphone. 1 fist from your face. Some people like an inch. Some people just talk to the mic like this. Just give it 1 fist from your face.
Yeah, it said, right, okay. So, a defecting Russian scientist has surfaced a mind-bending account of what really occurred when his colleagues went missing for 5 days in Mysterious Lake.
Sounds like a lad Bible.
There.
Okay.
So it was under the ice.
Okay, I'll get the diagram. You probably have less problems in life if you took that fucking girlfriend privacy glass off.
Girlfriend privacy glass. It's just privacy glass. I hate people looking at my shit.
They market it as anti-girlfriend glass or something.
Did they? Really?
So your girlfriend can't read the messages.
Wow. But yeah, so they discover, right, so the creature had 14 arms instead of the usual 8. It kills similar to an ordinary octopus, seizing its prey, injecting it.
Right, slow down. Speak slowly, clearly.
So the creature had 14 arms instead of its usual 8. It kills in a similar manner to an ordinary octopus, seizing its prey, injecting it, and paralysing saliva, and then dismembering into small pieces with its beak.
Sounds
But
sensible.
they called it organism 46B, has another trick up its sleeve. It is able to paralyze the prey at a distance of up to 150 feet by releasing a venom into the water from an organ similar to its ink sac. Tragically, my colleague and lifelong friend Dr. Vindergrodov was killed this way. He tread water wearing a blissful smile till the organism approached him. We watched him helplessly as it used its arms to tear off his head, then popped his remains in his mouth. It was if he had hypnotised him telepathically. The 33-foot-long man-eater also boasts extraordinary camouflage that helped him stalk the researchers. So, something to down it, they found something that, and I'm pretty sure they managed to fucking go down and catch it and bring it back up. It can a bit of shape-shifting abilities as well, so it shaped itself in the form of a human diver. Just trying to say. So basically, there was something down there that we shouldn't be tampering with.
Or, people are clever.
People can make. Listen,
They'll figure out a way to get it in a museum. It'll be in the next Sea Life Centre. Be down at Folkestone Sea Life Centre before you know it.
Yep.
The kids will be like.
But so, do you know what I mean? As I said, so with the Irish, we don't know. There could be something down past Manera Trench, like in the films, how they find it. But they don't know. You don't know, do you? So that's what I'm saying, like, at plausibility.
Yeah. No, it's plausible that there are mutated
They're finding new
organisms down there.
species all the time.
Yeah, sure. That's plausibility.
But as I said, it's the way it was created. It doesn't look too unrealistic. Obviously, the size of the sharks, because we haven't got any sharks that big that we have proper evidence of. I'm not saying that they're not there. But there was some cheesy bits in it.
Sure.
But it was an all-round good film. I liked it.
Good. How many... How many devils out of 5 would you give it?
I'll give it a 4.
Wait, wooden pigs.
Wooden pigs.
Wait, what is
Right,
that?
that's a hippo.
Is it a hippo?
That's a hippo.
Oh, how many wooden hippos?
Wooden hippos. I give it 4 wooden hippos.
Would you?
Yes.
Fucking hell. That's pretty good going.
Yeah, but I like it. I like that. Yeah, I'm a shark lover, so I
Alright,
like
so
it.
what's your most favourite film of ever?
Ever?
Yeah.
Oh, I have a couple. That's the thing.
Just pick one of them.
Lost Boys.
Pick another one.
Why?
That's really old, and
Labyrinth.
they're also really old.
Yeah.
Fine. All right. So you're going to say that Meg is almost as good as Labyrinth?
That's my childhood thing growing up, though.
Sure.
So,
All right,
yeah,
but
yeah,
if,
so,
if,
yeah.
if Labyrinth is your 5 wooden buffaloes, wooden
Hippos.
water cows,
Yeah.
or whatever they're called, if that's 5, you're saying Meg's almost
4.
as good as that?
Yeah. I think in fantasy, because it's all under the same kind of.
Well, just because it's the same kind of thing.
No.
Doesn't mean
But
as...
it's I love sharks.
Sure, it's a 4. You don't want to go for a 3.5?
Okay, I'll do a 3.5.
All right.
Okay, do a 3.5.
I'd guess without having
And
seen
Lost
it.
Boys is maybe old, mate, but they're doing a remake.
Everyone's doing a remake. All the films
You
have
won't
been
beat-
remakes. They're not new films. They're just remakes. All
hope-
the superhero films are remakes.
But yeah,
See, even without watching it, I would hazard a guess that it's more likely to be a 3.5 water buffaloes. wooden
yeah, but
water
that's not your type of film, I don't think.
But I know. That's the thing is, I can watch a film without saying it's my type of film, and I can critique the aspects of a film. And I have watched lots of types of films. The only films I generally say that I don't like watching are like old school gangster films.
Okay, well, so you don't like Goodfellas?
I never watched it.
What?
Exactly. I have no interest in watching it. I just don't really like old school gangster. There's a few gangsterish type films that I've watched,
What do you class as gangsterish?
like The Road to Perdition.
Right?
Have you seen it?
Nope, not seen that
Okay,
one.
but it's a gangster. It's based in the gangster lifestyle in the 1920s, as far as I can remember. It was a long time, like 10, 20 years ago. 10, 20? That's quite a broad spectrum. It's more likely 15 years ago that I watched it. But it's Tom Hanks, and I think he was trying to get out of the 1920s sort of gangsterish lifestyle, something to do with a kid. Perhaps. I mean, that might be completely wrong. Like I said, it was a long time ago I watched it. There was that. I watched another film with the black guy, Forrest Whitaker,
Yep.
and he was like the king of somewhere. Not the king, but they called him the king. Kingmaker, king of Scotland. Something bizarre. I think he was like an African war guy.
No, listen.
There was that sort of thing. I can't really pick out too many more gangsterish
So have
type.
you ever seen Scarface?
I've seen the one with Halle Berry. The first one. I only remember seeing it because I remember an article recent. And let me before this makes lots of metal noises. I remember seeing the one with Halle Berry. Not called Scarface, I don't think.
No.
But it was, I only remember seeing it because I remember an article a few years ago that I read saying that was the first film that she got a kit off for like $500,000. They paid her to get a kit off in it.
What film is it?
And I was like, I've seen that. Like 10 years prior to that article. But I don't remember her getting a kit off.
I don't remember what film that is.
It's not Scarface, I don't think, but it's got a similar name to it, like Swordfish or something.
Oh.
Starfish. Look up Halle Berry gangster films. What films Halle Berry been in? There's only a few of them, really. Only a few that we'd really know of. I think it's Swordfish.
Not Monsters Ball.
No. Not the Monsters Ball.
Kidnap.
We'll put out Halle Berry's first naked film or something like that. I'm pretty sure that's what the article was about. Yes, we can put Halle Berry in the thumbnail now.
Oh God.
Oh no, because that's a hook.
Definitely a gangster film.
Yeah. Just put Halle Berry IMDb and it will come up with a list of all her films, or a Halle Berry films list or something like that, and then just go through them to like 10 years ago. I'm sure there's one called like Swordfish.
Monsters Ball.
No!
Kings.
Not
That's
fucking
2007.
Monsters Ball. What is that? It's like an animated family film or something.
How long ago is it?
It's like 10, 15 years?
No, Monsters Ball is an actual film.
I'm sure, but is it like an animated film? It says like the Monsters Ball.
No.
Or is it a porno? Monsters Ball. Arr.
Yeah, there's one called Swordfish.
Swordfish. I knew it was called
2001, yeah?
Yeah. 2001. 22 years ago. Apparently, I think that was the first one she got a kit off in.
Yeah, but it's not a gangster film.
It's about gangsters, yeah.
Yeah, it's a spy for his computer hacker Stanley, who is on parole, a chance to rebuild his future by helping him hack and...
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
But no, I haven't really
Obviously
watched
it's
it again.
gangster. But like, so you've not seen that, like Goodfellas, nothing like that at all?
No. Doesn't interest me. Really doesn't.
You've seen Legend
No.
with Tom Hardy?
I know what it is.
You've not even seen that?
I know what it is.
The Craze,
No,
yeah?
of
You've
course
not
I
seen
haven't.
it?
I don't really have any interest in the Craze.
But
I watched the Craze film like 20 years ago.
Tom Hardy one's really good.
I'm sure it is, but I just got no real interest in watching it. But if someone
See,
put
this is
it...
what I mean. Like,
If someone said to me...
So that's why the Meg, you wouldn't have any interest
Well,
in
no,
it.
the
So you
Meg's
wouldn't
bit-
interest in
yeah, but
it.
the Meg's...
You couldn't be a film review because you wouldn't
Yeah,
really
I could do a film
give it.
review. You know, because I could sit... If someone said we're going to watch the Legend to do a review on it, I'd be like, all right. So I'd watch it and I would critique the characters, the visual effects, the way...
If you
the
say the
emotion of
characters though,
film.
but do you know the story of the Craze or not?
Yeah, I know the Craze.
You know who they are, but do you know the stories of them?
Some of the stories, yeah. I mean,
So how could you
there were a
how
couple
could
of
you review the
twins. They were the
characters?
gangsters. They came from nothing, everything in prison. They were gay. They liked to cut people's faces. You know, it's old school London stuff. Doesn't really have any bearing on life anymore.
So what does bearing? What is the things that pull you into a film?
What do I like to watch?
Yeah.
Oh, fantasy movies. Nothing, things that aren't real. Things that I can get lost in the imagination in.
So-
And also, I like a good story. I like everything. Good drama, good comedy.
Should I throw some films out there?
I don't remember any films right now.
You can't remember a film.
No, my brain doesn't really store.
What's your favourite film you was in?
Couldn't tell you. When I was a kid, it was like Robin Hood or Top Gun. But since I've grown up, there's been so many films I've seen that have been good. I just don't really have favourite films.
You don't have a film like a go-to film. You think, oh, I love watching. I could watch it over and over.
No. There's a few films I could watch again, but I like to watch new films. I don't really like to watch the same thing if I've watched it before. The only thing I watch repeatedly is stand-up comedy shows.
But you wouldn't watch a film over and like. I've watched Lost Boys numerous amount of times.
There's a couple of films that in my lifetime, I have watched more than once. But now, at this point in my life, I wouldn't choose to watch those over something new.
So what films have you watched over then?
When I was younger, Van Wilder Party Liaison I've seen about 20 times.
Right.
Because when I had that on DVD and I watched it, when I was a kid, I used to buy DVDs. I had a mountain of them, like a wall, like 500 before I stopped buying DVDs. And when I got Van Wilder Party Liaison, I found it so funny, I had to take it to all of my friends' houses and say, here, look, we have to watch this film, because it's hilarious. So I went around everyone. I had a few friends at the time. And I watched this film with them a bunch of times. And then if I ever have a girl come back, I'll be like, let's put a film on. Before Netflix, obviously. DVD and chill.
Yeah.
Van Wilder Party Liaison. Because it was funny. It was hilarious.
Any other films you've watched? Rewatched?
Rewatched.
Yeah.
My second DVD I ever bought was Striptease. Obviously, as a youngster, I watched that quite a few times.
With
Demi Moore.
Demi Moore, yeah.
Yeah, there's a good bit I could slow down and
Oh,
pause.
fuck's sake.
When the DVD player used to be able to play it on slow-mo. So when she was like going all emotional, you could see the ripples in her face.
Oh,
That was
God.
nice. Before that, my first ever DVD was Armageddon.
Okay.
I watched that a few times. Leaving on a jet. You know, with
Yeah.
lots of famous people. Good film. But those were like, I remember those because they were my first ever DVDs.
Do you like
DVD,
films that
DVD.
do you like films that are based on true events?
Yeah, some. Sure, if it's a good film.
Have you seen Deepwater Horizon? What it's called?
Is that about the oil rig or
Yeah.
something?
Mark Wahlberg.
I think I did start watching it, but for some reason we had to stop halfway through, not for sex or falling asleep reasons. Like, I don't know, something happened and I had to go and sort it out.
Okay. Definitely worth a film watching.
Yeah, no, I remember the trailer. Mark Wahlberg's generally quite good for a watch. See, I like separately Mark Wahlberg, but not just Mark Wahlberg. I like all the Transformer films.
Yeah, I
Not
like
the
that.
later ones though, because they got a bit.
Have you seen the Rise of the Beasts?
I haven't. No, I do want to, but I've heard it's not very good.
Oh no, it is.
Well, I mean, I'll watch it because I like Transformers, but I just, because I remember watching Transformers cartoon movie
Yeah.
with Rodimus Prime, back in the
Scourge.
day. Films that I could watch again, or have watched repeatedly. So I've watched Equalizer a couple of times, but everyone loves Equalizer.
It's the third one coming out.
There is. I saw a trailer for it recently, yesterday actually.
Yep.
I'm not saying, but it's just they're generally good watching. They're not like super high on my critique. So there was a film a long time ago when I was a lot younger, being a long time ago. It was called The Nines. And
Yep.
It wasn't a film that anyone you would really have heard about. It was a Ryan Reynolds film.
Yeah, I know. And in it about the stories of, isn't it where?
Are you thinking of Number 9, which is an animated about the little?
No, Nines, and he's saying that makes it. I'm pretty sure it's the film.
Yeah, it's a bit of a brain twist. But
Yeah.
basically, there's different characters. And it has 3 different stories.
Yep.
And each of the character comes in. They come into the. It's almost like they're actors in real life. They intertwine in each story a little bit, and then there's an explanation at the end.
Yeah.
Which is a twist.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah. That was quite good. Again, it wasn't a super high budget looking film. It had Melissa McCarthy in it and Ryan Reynolds, who obviously eventually became very famous people. So good actors. Good story, bit of twist in there. The trouble is, when I think of a film now, if you say, have I seen this film? If I've seen it, I can pretty much instantly rewatch it in my head. So if it's not entertaining, I generally don't need to watch it again. So when I'm sitting there on Netflix, I'm looking for something to watch that evening.
Yeah.
She'll go, oh, that's a really good film. I'll go, okay, but we've seen it. There's very few films that I will happily
You're a
spend-
hard person to watch films with then.
No, I just like to
Because
find new
sometimes you
ones.
want to watch a nice little golden oldie, or sometimes you want to watch another film that.
Sometimes I can, yeah, sure. If I've seen a film, I go, that's a good film, and she hasn't seen it, I'll go, we can watch that. Because
Yeah.
you haven't seen it, so you'll get all the new film watching excitement. Do like Hocus Pocus and.
It's a good film.
Yeah, they are, but I wouldn't watch them over again. They're old. I'm not saying old films aren't good. I'm just saying I've watched them.
I think if you things old films, I think if you haven't watched them growing up, watching them now, if you watch them for the first time, you'd think they're shit. Because
but they're still got good stories.
Yeah, but you haven't grown up watching because of the graphics and the things of it. People go, if you show someone a film they've never seen it, go, have you ever seen this? They go, no, and it's shown, and they go, oh well, yeah.
Sure, but I mean, I like new, really slick-looking films often. But also, I recently got caught watching a trailer. Not caught. I mean, I caught myself watching a trailer.
Watch how you word?
No, we were just we were laying in bed about to go to sleep, and I was going to put my stand-up comedy on because I always fall asleep watching stand-up comedy because it's entertaining enough not to piss me off, and I've seen it enough that it doesn't keep me awake.
Okay.
It doesn't keep my brain engaged.
Yep.
But anyway, on the trailer, when it starts playing the trailers of things. Like on you got a Fire Stick.
Yeah.
So and you got that little bit in the corner that starts playing the trailer of. Something.
Yeah.
Anyway, a trailer came up for a film that was from the '95.
Yeah.
And it looked quite funny. It looked old.
What
but
film
it looked quite funny. The First Wives. It's basically the storyline was, as far as I could make out, because the sound was quite low, because I had to have the sound a bit low for falling asleep too. It looked like it was 3 wives had become divorced, and the storyline is roughly based around men going for younger new wives. So the new younger wives are doing this sort of like, oh, I really want to be like you when I get older.
Yeah.
That sort of looking up to, but sort of, and then the first wife was like, oh, really? Oh, So then they're like the first wives. There's 3 of them. How I think the storyline is like how to get their own back on. Then there was like another 4th first wife, who was sort of like their guru, I think, from the trailer, who's like, girls, just remember, don't get angry, get everything, or something like that. Take them for what they've got in the divorce.
But you haven't gone to watch it then?
No, because it was just, I haven't had time since I've seen that trailer. Okay. But what I'm saying is, it's an old film that looked funny, in a sort of 90s fashion of funny films.
Yeah.
What Women Want, that was quite a good film. That was quite funny.
Hang on, what, the Mel Gibson one?
With Gail Gibson, yeah.
Yeah, Gail Gibson, yeah. They've done a recent one with the women, don't they? Don't the other way around?
Yeah, it wasn't. I don't think it was as good. I do remember them doing it. I don't think
it was quite good,
as much traction.
but no, it wouldn't have been because it was.
Because really easy to think what men want.
Oh God.
I mean, there's going to be one thought she hears all the time.
No. Well.
You can entertain that thought yourself.
Yeah.
Comment what you think that thought was if you haven't seen the film. That's what we've got to do. We sort of interacting with.
Yes.
I've got no. So let's carry on talking about. I want to talk about the Easter egg thing.
Oh yeah.
The Easter egg fail.
Did anyone?
The horrendous fail of it. Have you not even looked at the video?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, but it's.
There's 7 comments. 3 of them are from Abby. 4 of them are my replies. Oh no, one was from Becky, who lives in the house. She's just saying, "Yeah, this is funny."
Oh, is that the person that says they're watching? Who's the person that says they watch our content and think we're funny?
Becky.
Is that the person that commented?
Yeah, the other one person that commented that lives here is a friend.
Yeah.
Of mine.
Okay.
Hi, Becky. The film thing. Can I think of any other films that I would watch again?
What about Terminator 2, Judgment Day? That is
one of
the classics.
Oh, yeah. So I grew up with all those sorts of films. So I could watch the Terminators again. I mean, 2 was obviously better than 1. I watched the documentary. The Arnie documentary on Netflix. It talks a bit about why Terminator 2 was better than 1. It's a good watch, that documentary.
Okay.
Shows that him, finally, at 75 years old, he can actually convey some sort of like emotion and be a human.
Yeah.
Yeah, he struggled to look like a human in most of the rest of his life, I thought. But now he's like, at 75 years old, he can act. He can actually be a person. I think he kind of alludes to that as well in the documentary. You'd have to watch it. It's a good watch, though.
I'll give it a watch.
Yeah, Terminator, obviously. And again, the sequels, the later sequels, they were quite good. Oh, the one that was sort of underrated, but I thought was quite good, was the... It's got the guy from Clash of Titans in it.
And what film is it?
It's a Terminator film. It's like the...
Oh, it's this is Carl Reese, isn't it? It's the...
Quad something. But he's like a human-looking Terminator.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all human-looking, but he's like... He doesn't know he's a Terminator.
With the bloke...
He doesn't know he's a Terminator. That's how human he is.
That's one where...
Sam... Wuthering Heights.
John Connor's a young boy, isn't he?
Yeah. I can't remember kind of. Sam Worthington.
Yeah.
Sam Worthington. I think he's a good actor. Actually, he's not been as.
Isn't he the one in Avatar?
He is. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't watched Avatar 2 yet either. I need to.
I went to cinema to watch it.
Yeah. Every time I want to watch something, she's like, "Oh, it's bedtime. I'm tired," and it's like 3 hours long. So we just don't watch anything. And I can't watch anything on my own because she might want to watch with me, so I just don't get to watch anything anymore. Because it used to be that I'd watch stuff like when I was driving to long away jobs. Like I'd just have my phone and I'd watch, or when I'm away, I'll watch stuff in the evenings.
Yeah.
But now it's something she might want to watch.
So you can't.
Can't watch anything whilst I'm
Yeah,
away.
no,
Unless
listen,
I know
listen.
she won't want to watch it at all.
No, just watch it and then you have to.
Yeah, but then I have to watch it again, and if it's shit, like Avatar's good, but I don't want to sit through 3 hours of it regularly.
You wouldn't have to do it regularly.
Or a second time.
Well, you were just saying at the moment you haven't got time to watch it, so why don't you watch it when you're away and then?
Yeah. So one thing I will actually watch all of the Marvel films over and over again.
Yeah.
Not because they're not. No critic is ever going to say these are amazing films, but what they are is good, light-hearted, easy watching, and some of them have some really good power moments.
Yeah.
And it's hard to describe what a power moment is. I've made a note about it because I've got this thing where I generally walk through life, you can't see it, I don't think it's up there in those notes. But generally I walk through life not really emotionally feeling anything to what's going on around me.
Yeah.
Like I don't get sad or upset about my own situation. It's just that's what it is, and I carry on with it.
So power moment would more be like that end game then, when they all come through the.
No, because my power moments are not what the film is designed to be the power moment. What I'm saying is there's a bit in a film, and it's usually an animated film, that for some reason I end up fighting back a tear. I'm like, why the fuck am I feeling this emotion? This scene where she's just. It would usually be something. Hercules was the oldest film I can remember it happening to me in. The old Disney Hercules film.
Yeah.
Remember where they sort of got the real, the hair's just like a squiggle.
Yeah.
That one. So there's a bit at the end where he's walking through the depths of hell and he starts glowing because he's attained his godliness.
Yeah.
And he's just walking through and Hades is there going.
This is impossible. You can't be alive. You'd have to be a god. Hercules, stop! You can't do this to me. You can't. Okay, well I deserve that. Herc, can we talk? Your dad, he's a fun guy, right? So maybe you could.
And I remember back then watching that going. Why am I not let a tear come out? I fight it back, and it happens. There's a few films and odd moments that I'll find I feel this power welling up here. And this is really weird. Why is there a tear? I mean, she could say she's leaving me tomorrow, and I probably wouldn't cry. This film is it's weird.
So what
Power
moment in
moments.
so got an example then in Marvel film? Which one? What was the
I
power
couldn't pick out one from the Marvel film as such. I don't think there are really power moments in a Marvel film.
I mean, I got excited a bit when he picks up the hammer.
Oh, what in the first Thor when he gets his Thoriness back and he's like.
No. In Endgame. When Captain America
picks up the
yeah,
hammer.
because at the end of Age of Ultron,
I think I knew it was coming.
He moved it a little bit, and you can see that he probably didn't want to lift
because he's
it.
worthy. No, because I think I saw that coming though.
Yeah, I think everyone
You
did.
can't. Yeah, but I couldn't get emotion. It's the emotion.
When it
hits
happened,
me.
though, it was like, and you just see obviously Thor go, I knew
Yeah,
it.
but the thing about that is that annoyed me because it takes away from some of the special of Thor.
No, don't, because it shows Captain America is really worthy.
It does show, but then it says that Thor, because there's a whole thing. Thor, the whole storyline of Thor is he worthy?
The first one, yeah.
No, I mean, and then Forever After, it's always is he worthy? Really?
No, because he's
it's an undertone.
Stormbreaker isn't. He doesn't. Stormbreaker, you don't use if you're worthy. It's not a worthiness thing. It's only.
Yeah, no, but it's an undertone in his storiness. It's
Yeah.
is he good enough to lead, to be his father's replacement, to be everything? Is he good enough? In the first one, it's the main theme line.
Yeah.
But I think in the rest of them, it's and then he gets all big fat belly Thor, and it's whoa, just not good enough.
I like Ragnarok.
I thought Ragnarok was the cheesiest one of the lot of them.
No, I think it's funny as
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's cheesy. Loads of, they went overboard on the cheesy.
No, the love and thunder is overboard and cheesy. The in for Ragnarok, there's a bit where he goes. Obviously the Hulk comes out, and he goes He turns around. It's okay.
We know each other.
Yeah.
He's a friend from
That
work.
sentence was actually written by a child. They asked us, saying, "What should he say?" And they chose that one. And kid actually wrote it.
That's the thing about children these days. I see a lot of kids that are 10 just sort of talking like adults.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm trying to remember when I was 10, I was like, Spice Girls!
Oh, God, yeah, it was Spice Girls at that age, wasn't it?
It was. And I remember that
But do you
because I
remember
remember not being liked by anybody at school. Everyone else was liking the Spice Girls. And I remember for my 10th birthday, all I asked for was Spice Girls memorabilia.
Do you remember
I
they
look
started?
back on myself and think, what a cunt.
Do you remember when they brought out the photos? You could buy packs of photos of footballs and Spice Girls and stuff.
I remember also being disappointed that all I got for my birthday was a poster of the Spice Girls. So, yeah, I mean, thank God that didn't carry on because I grew to fucking hate the sort of... I mean, I obviously would want to have had sex with all of the Spice Girls, but other than that, I had no interest in the Spice Girls music whatsoever.
Who was your favourite Spice Girl when you were a kid?
I grew into heavy metal. Who was my favourite Spice Girl?
As a kid, yeah.
When I was a kid...
Well, when you was 10, 11,
Yeah. No, I think back then it was Sporty Spice. Because I like sporty, athletic people. But as we got older, she got real shit.
Mum was Baby Spice.
I actually quite like Mel B. Black Spice.
Black Spice. I don't know if she's called Black Spice. But
Scary Spice.
Scary
You know,
Spice, yeah.
That's scary, like dark. And the only one I could really find any porn of was Jerry. So when I was a kid, looking for Spice Girls porn.
Oh, no.
And now
I was Mum for some reason, Baby Spice for some reason.
Yeah, I was never really a big fan of Baby Spice or Victoria. But now when I look back on it, I think those porns of Jerry were probably photoshopped.
Probably.
Yeah, I remember, because this was before the internet was proper, you used to have to print it off and it had like
Yeah.
a photocopy,
Print
great black
everything.
and white
Oh,
photocopy
mate.
style picture of her on bits of paper. And also, this is kind of seedy, I had Nude Raider, so it was like Lara Croft Tomb Raider, the animated one.
No.
With the nude
Do you not
patch.
remember
So
the
it was
PlayStation?
naked CGI, bad CGI.
Please tell me you remember. Did you have a PlayStation?
No, I had PC.
Tomb Raider.
Xbox
You know,
and PC was all the way.
you could do a cheat.
You could do a nude patch, yeah.
Yeah.
Tomb Raider 2, I played it for a bit. I mean, they looked shit because they were just like square.
Yeah, but they
square tits like this.
they had it though when you could run
They
around
were
with
like
a
Minecraft tits.
Yeah.
But I had a still of just like her, the fucking anime, not even Angelina Jolie, but it's a still of the character
God.
with like a little holster pouch, and that was it. And I used to just flip through these pages when I was trying to wank as a 13-year-old.
Oh God.
Yeah, it was pretty shameful.
Wow.
Which leads me on to something that I did write a note about.
Okay.
Embarrassing. I haven't even put the note here, but I can remember what it is now. So, is there anything embarrassing from your childhood that you would hated to have owned up to then, but are happy to own up to now because it might get some views?
As a child.
I have got one specific story, but I want to see if there's anything you've got first.
Oh wow.
Not as a child specifically, but from your younger year. I mean, from any point in your life.
Oh, but so about 16, 17?
I'm picking 20 years ago because it has no bearing on my life now.
Okay.
I mean, it could be last week, but obviously that might
No,
affect
I've got one that. So basically, I used to work for Woolworths, and we used to do around Christmas time 8 to 8, so 8 at night to 8 in the evening.
Sure.
And so then we used to get food halfway through, go Burger King or something like that.
8 till 9.
8 to 8, 8 at night to 8 in the morning.
Evening.
8 at night, yeah, through to 8 in the morning.
Okay.
Over Christmas, you had to get
I'm
shelf
going to
stocked.
make a big deal about the fact that you said 8 at night till 8 in the evening.
Oh yeah, great, thanks for that.
That's right.
8 at night to 8 in the evening. 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 8 at night to 8 in the evening.
No
You know what I mean? 8. You know what I mean? 8 to 8, 12 hours. There's one day we all got Burger King. Sat on the. You remember the CD counter? We go to get the
Bogey
CDs.
King.
Yeah. So I sat there, and then everyone was like ripping farts and things like that, and I had something brewing in my belly, and I went to go,
Did you shit yourself?
and I full on
Shit
shit my pants.
So,
And then I literally ran upstairs to the toilet, and no one thought it actually was real until I come down with a plastic bag with my boxes in it, and they were like, "What? You actually shit your pants?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I went outside and put it in the outside bin.
nice. I mean, you could take it home and wash them.
No, there was too much.
That's not really that shameful, though. That's just funny.
That is,
Also brings me to a thing. I was thinking one of the names of the show we could be is call it That Time I Shit Myself.
That time I shit myself.
Literally, that was one of the ideas I had for
Really?
the name of the show. That time I shit myself. Because there's another vaguely successful podcast called I Sexted My Boss.
All right.
So it's not like a name, it's like a title of a thing which you expect to be just a clip or an episode.
Yeah.
But that's the name of their podcast.
Yeah.
I Sexted My Boss.
Okay.
So I was thinking of
That
names
time
like
I shit
that.
myself,
That
yeah.
time I shit myself, which is kind of all right, but it's also kind of cliche. But and it also, it's good that you've got a story about that time you shit yourself. That works.
Yeah.
There is a time I now remember. I did shit myself when I was 15. I was at a judo camp. So we'd gone away for a week.
Yeah.
The family, I got mum, dad. Mum used to have a horse box that she would take my sister horse riding in, but also it had like living quarters in it. Living quarters. It's like a fucking caravan in an old lorry. So we'd stay in that.
Yeah.
Because she didn't like camping. And we took a couple of my friends with me from school, because this is when I did judo at school. We went to this judo camp, which was just like judo in the morning, judo. Anyway, and there was one time, I remember in the middle of randori, which is free practice for those that don't speak judo or Japanese.
Judo chop.
There's no judo chop. Yeah, I farted and I realised I went to the toilet and I had shit myself a little bit during a judo session. Luckily, all the shit stayed within my boxer shorts. But yeah, that was embarrassing as a 15-year-old, 14-year-old. Luckily, no one found out, I don't think.
Oh, that's what I'm going to do now.
Yeah. But that wasn't the story that I was going to tell.
Okay, what was you going to say?
I mean, I've recently occasionally a few farts that feel like the stuff's trickling out.
They're called danger farts, mate.
Well, no, I mean, stuff's actually trickling out, but I realise when I get to it, it's just a bit of like sweat plus gas. It's not really shitting myself.
They're called danger farts.
And the danger fart is when you think you're going to shit yourself.
Yeah,
I'm talking about, I've actually gone and, a bit just did seep out. Not my hands, obviously, with the tissue paper. Which hand do you use to wipe your ass with? My left one. Why don't you use toilet paper? Dickhead.
Well, then let's get your story.
So my story. This is a bit shameful.
Oh, God.
When I was about 10 or 11 or 12 or something like that, of the age to be thinking about ladies.
Okay.
Wherever I came across a porn magazine, I can't remember exactly where.
In a bush somewhere, that's where you normally found them.
Yeah, I did find one or two actually. To be fair, it's not like that actually happened. But no, I don't know where these ones specifically came. But anyway, they had the adverts in the back for like the phone lines.
Right.
And there was one. I only remember the one. I'm sure I called a few of them, but I remember one. It was called Dial and Shake.
Right.
I didn't know what Dial and Shake referred to as such and why it was a funny name. But
Right.
at the time I didn't. I do now, obviously. I hope you are getting
Yeah, yes, I do. I'm not...
Dial and Shake.
For those who didn't get it. Yep.
And so what I would do as a 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, whatever age I was year old, on the house phone, I would ring these lines. And the first time I made the mistake, I was like, hello? And you're like, how old are you, love? I was like, I'm 18. And then, no, I don't think you are. Or whatever voice you had.
Yeah.
And hang up. So, from that moment on, I would ring these lines and I would whisper. Because when I whispered, hello,
Yeah.
I've got to be really quiet because there's no deep voice in it. You can't tell that my voice hasn't broken.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, hello, I've got to be quiet because I'm lying in bed next to my wife and I don't want to wake her up.
God.
And then I would just talk about for 45 minutes sometimes, like how I'd like to play with her breasts.
God.
And I do this regularly. Anyway, after about a month of this, Mum and Dad were like, why is the phone bill £450? And I was like, I don't know. And they're like, what's these phone numbers? Blah, blah, blah. Eventually they worked out that it was this porn line. And they realised I was the only person that might have done it.
and I was like, yeah, it's, and I didn't even shake. That's the problem. I didn't realise what I was doing.
Oh, my God.
I was just talking to these women, and I wasn't even masturbating. I was just ringing up these sex phone lines and having chats with them for hours, it seemed. And yeah, Mum and Dad found out and they were a bit unhappy about the phone bill. Obviously, back then we had a little bit of money, so they just sort of paid it and told me off and didn't do it again.
Yeah, fucking hell.
But I mean, it was like 450 quid. But it was a bit shameful.
I mean, no, I don't know if it's shameful. I'm more of, so obviously, when I was young, so about 13, 14, maybe 15. I was a bit of a late bloomer with girls and a bit shy.
Feel free to comment any shameful stories you might have. You can do it anonymously.
And I used to be, so when we used to go out,
You can do it anonymously, to be fair.
we used to come back past my house. So I used to be so worried about my mum catching me kissing a girl outside my house that I always used to together and go, oh, my mum's text me. I've got to go home now. So I'd have to run off. So I got home. So I was never outside my house. I used to lie to the girl and say, my mum's messaged me, I've got to go home now. So I avoided kissing them outside my house. Because I was...
Why was it shameful?
Not shameful, just... Oh, so it's not very nice on them, is it?
I guess so, but I guess at the same time you did it alright so their feelings wouldn't be hurt. They might think you're a bit of a douche. Like, fucking run to your mummy.
No, you don't run to my
Why can't you
mummy.
fucking be a naughty boy and kiss me now? Or whatever. Or why can't I come to your house?
But don't start repeating your talk on the old 10-year-old chat lines. Jesus.
10-year-old chat line?
Yeah, well, you talked to the woman when you was 10 on the phone.
Oh, yeah.
You want to be a naughty boy. I am a naughty boy.
No, let's talk about what I'd like to do with her boobies.
God.
That was it. Obviously, it
But yeah, it's not shameful, but it's just one of the ones where, do you know what I mean? I used to just... Yeah.
I don't have that experience because my parents are like, if you're going to do anything, do it in there so that, we know you're safe.
I mean, that could mean a wide range of things.
Well, do it at home so that we know you're safe, not doing it in the back of an alley or something.
I also apologise. I just let them go, and it's probably going to kill us both.
Well, I did hear a thing. Didn't have to come anywhere near me.